How you doing? I'm Gregangelo. Welcome to our studio. All right, so if you look around the place, there's many rooms. They've all been done by all the artists that I work with. I do run an arts and entertainment company in San Francisco. This level of the house, each room represents a different time of day or a different mood, if you have it. And this room being dusk. To me, dusk just means being honest. If you look at the civilized world at dusk, everybody seems to have shed their veil and is living honestly. The solstice room, the peak of intellectuality, the peak of the sun in the sky. In every room too, you'll notice that there's the sun or the star is represented in a different position. So it's also meant to be on top of all the different aspects of the moods of humans. It also has to do with the perspective that humans have of the natural world around us, which is quite important. Governs a lot that we do, whether we know it or not. The eclipse room, a rarer time of day. Certainly an eclipse doesn't happen very often. And again, an eclipse can be many things as a mood. But in this room, if we're looking at it from the natural world, there's all these different figures around here that represent the sun and the moon and the earth moving into an eclipse. So the kitchen, the working kitchen, the heart of the house, heart of most every house. It's I call it the cardinal room. It's based on north, south, east, and west, the cardinal points. Put it simply, the east wall over here, we can just say it's based on the rising sun. The west wall over here. The moon over the Pacific. The north wall, kind of the place where the sun never really quite hits that area in the north. The south wall. So south wall, and we did a show once that was about the solar system. So the storyboard became actually a mosaic in the house. So this room is sort of a combination of light, some of the, how light plays off of elements that we use in our costumes, and also we've pushed sort of elements of traditional mosaic. It's just liquid earth. It's based on just the planet we live on, everything being liquid. From our own bodies to the tropical, subtropical, Arctic atmosphere. The land itself was once magma. This room basically represents the humanity of Earth, which is so insanely diverse. So if you look around the room, there's every aspect of it represents something of humankind. So the shoes representing different cultures, different people of the world. All right, so we're going to move up from with this room being sort of humanity, conscious humanity actually. We're going to move up to subconscious humanity, not to be confused with unconscious humanity. So let's not fall off these things. Up here is, a room that I actually do sleep in. So I do actually live here, although I feel like I'm mostly working in this place. So much of that happens for me personally, as a creative person, in the subconscious realm, so sleeping. So the bed literally has wings. I always say it's like this winged chariot where when you fall asleep, it fuels those wings and it takes you into great flight. And that's something that every human experiences, I think. It's just a different way of telling the story. And I usually wake up, well, usually during the dream, seem to be able to figure out every detail of being able to, then execute whatever project I'm working on at the moment. I think most people, non-creative people seem to think of them as opposite sides of the coin. I think creative people, absolutely, it's all one reality. There's no difference between the subconscious or the conscious life. In fact, it seems to me that creative people are probably bringing more of the subconscious life to the conscious. Yes, a garden of creativity, I guess you can call it. Or plant the seed, nurture it, harvest it, give it to the world. I think that's another thing I would like to say about creative people. I think that even whether they know it or not know it, I've come to see that most creative people are absolutely contributing so much to the world around them. And a lot of people that don't use their creativity are sort of doing time. They're sort of sitting there just taking things from the world. So we're going to go into another realm that's behind this door here, this hidden doorway, sort of a secret passageway. It's a secret passageway that reveals everything that isn't secret. It reveals everything that that maybe people that aren't tapped into their creativity need to have shown to them. We're going in. Come on. Yes, the web of life. This is your life. It is quite a web we weave, which oftentimes can't be unwoven. All right, I've got death right behind me. So we ready to die? We're gonna go visit death and look right into his eyes and pass on. She's easily frightened, huh? Did we lose our sound lady? I hear Death's frightening for just a second. So we're gonna take a spin over to the infinity pond. Watch your step up onto the platform. Go to either side. Okay, I'll just turn Death off for you. That was a great scream. So the infinity pond, the beginning of time, a wormhole. Yes, these tapestries of light which sort of represent male and female sexuality kind of vanishing. Here, you probably just want to poke the camera lens into the slot. It's black light, bright enough. So here they mentioned the threshold to eternity. Now this meant to be sort of the imprint that we leave behind. It's kind of like a fingerprint, but with our entire being.